Welcome to the 2015 Toyota 86 GT, and today we're going to be checking out this vehicle stock, fully upgraded, as well as its new engine swap. So the engine that can go into this is actually a K series engine, so that should be quite spicy. But before we check that out, well, we have to look at the vehicle standards. So around Kyoto Driving Park, let's experience what the 86 has to offer. So this vehicle came out in 2015, and with the 2015 model, we see that the body actually received stiffened and further improvements to just make it go around corners better. Now, the vehicle comes standard with a naturally aspirated 2-liter flat 4 engine that produces 197 brake horsepower. So coming out Kyoto Driving Park, straight away we are going to be doing just over 180 before we need to slam on the brakes. So it has a 6-speed transmission, it's front engine rear wheel drive, and it is rather lightweight, coming in at 1230 kgs, and it has a top speed of 138 miles per hour. So this vehicle is what I'd consider your entry level sports car. It's relatively cheap, it has decent power, but okay, let me not say decent power. Power is quite down on the vehicle. I still say it's fun to drive slow cars fast. That's what I enjoy. But it can get quite boring quite quick if you're just not enjoying yourself. But with the 86 GT, it is a bit of fun because you can actually have the rear end slide out on occasion, and you can really just chuck it about. You don't really have to be stressed. You can just enjoy yourself, have a good time in this vehicle. Now you can pick it up from Brand Central for 29,052 credits. It's such a strange figure, but anyway, that is the price that you're gonna have to pay if you want to get your hands on this vehicle. Now let's just say the standard performance is not up to your standard, because look, around Kyoto Driving Park stock, the vehicle is going to be setting lap times around the 2-minute 5-second mark, which is tragically slow. So with that in mind, we can head on over to tuning shop, and once we do that, we can start throwing quite a bit of money at it, and we are going to be left with 408 brake horsepower and a vehicle that weighs 1008 kgs. So the vehicle is now even lighter, being borderline 1000 kgs, which is extremely lightweight, and 408 brake horsepower, well, that's double the standard figure. So we are gonna see how that now feels when we take it out onto circuit. But before we do that, we need to see what visual customization options we have for the vehicle. So when it comes to front bumpers, well, we have two options, which are front lips. When it comes to side skirts, well, we have two options. Your rear diffuser, you have two options also, and lastly, you have 3 options for a rear wing. So you do have somewhat of customization to add to your Toyota 86. Now around Kyoto Driving Park, well, the vehicle is just a lot better in standard, because we see just acceleration, the way it takes corners, everything about it is just so much better. Now coming down Kyoto Driving Park, straight away we are doing 234 kilometers per hour before we need to slam on the brakes. And that's the thing, we are not going fast enough that the vehicle feels like, okay, I'm gonna get put into a barrier. It's just uncontrollable. It's such a track orientated vehicle that you can really push it to its limits and get as much enjoyment out of this vehicle as possible. You can really just chuck around the corner and know that you're gonna come out the other side. Yes, the rear end does step out on occasion, but that's only if you are really pushing it. On racing soft tires, it has more than enough grip, it has more than enough downforce with the massive rear wing applied to the vehicle, and well, it's just able to set a very stable experience, a very consistent experience, and because of that, well, you can get to know how to drive the vehicle quite soon, and you are going to be setting lap times around the 1-minute 40-second mark around Kyoto Driving Park. Now I will be the first to admit, it's not the fastest thing out there. 1-minute 40 is not really competitive, but it is a massive improvement over the standard output of the vehicle. It's fun, but it's just nothing that will be very memorable. It's not something that I'm gonna be running back to try, or be like, you know what, I need to drive this vehicle. But that could all change when it comes to the engine swap. So now if we head on over to GT Auto, we see if we spend 250,000 credits, well, we can get the engine from the Honda Civic K24A. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the engine from the Garage RCR Civic, which is a very strong engine. So with that, after you spend 250,000 credits, well, you can now take that Honda engine and head on over to a tuning shop. So once you head on over there, you can spend a bit more money and, well, upgrade the engine and bring it up to a power output of 599 brake horsepower. And we see that the vehicle does gain a bit of weight, bringing the total to 1045 kgs. So the vehicle now has a lot more power than it previously had, and, well, that should just equate to a lot faster of a lap time. And when we see the overall experience now, well, it's just better. Okay, the wheel spin, the slidability of it has increased. It's gonna be a bit more all over the place due to the extra power, but the racing soft tires still can handle it. So if you want to take fast consistent lap times, you can do that. Then when it comes to taking corners, well, you can be confident enough to really push it, and just know that the vehicle is going to be stable. It's not going to be extremely twitchy. You're able to just be hard on the brakes and be fast on the exit. The vehicle is very nippy, it's very fast to react, and that's what I can just appreciate about it. Is it going to be the fastest or the best track car, the best thing you want to try out? I do not think so. In fact, you might actually find yourself spinning out, which is not really that great for a track vehicle. But hey, if you're going to be pushing a vehicle to its absolute limits, you may actually push it over said limit. But look, the Toyota AT6 GT with the K24 engine unit is a lot better alternative than the standard engine. Will I go out and say this is the best engine swap you'll ever experience? No. However, it is a realistic engine swap and it's still extremely fun. Is it gonna be insanely good for money grinding? I don't think so. So it's more of just a pleasurable experience, if I can put it like that. It's not an engine swap that I will be revisiting day after day, but it's still an engine swap to just improve the AT6 GT, so we cannot hate on that. But hey, let me know your thoughts on this engine swap in the comment section down below. In my opinion, I do say it is worth it to engine swap the AT6 GT. 250,000 credits. If you have the money, by all means spend it. If you don't have the money, don't spend it. It's not going to be that useful to you, in my opinion. But hey, that's just my thoughts. Once again, let me know yours in the comment section, and with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.